Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Hivet and this is my channel, Hivet's Life. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of studying. I recently watched a study with me video on YouTube and was definitely inspired to do my own video. So today we are going to be studying microbiology. So to start off, I'm using some blank printer paper. This is what I usually use to take my notes on. This one is by the brand Shark, I believe. If I find a link for it, I'll definitely leave it down below in the description box, as will I do for the rest of the supplies and items that I use in this video. So I use blank paper mostly because it feels less restricting as opposed to lined paper. Back in high school, I was an avid fan of college-ruled lined paper. The reason why I stuck with lined paper is because I'm left-handed and my handwriting always slopes downwards when I write on anything blank. So with more practice, I got better at writing straight, and now I'm using blank paper. It's definitely personal preference, but please don't feel discouraged if I'm using blank paper and you're using lined paper. It really makes no difference, just as long as it works for you. A lot of my classmates actually ask me why I take notes the way I do, especially people that sit right next to me, and my only answer for them is that it helps me study. The whole point of studying is to retain information, and whatever may work for me may not work for you, so it's always good to try out different methods of note-taking and find one that works best for you. I feel like I've tried so many different methods of note-taking. I've tried using multiple colored highlighters and just highlighting every single thing, and I've tried typing out my notes in a Word document, and I've tried printing out the PowerPoint and then writing on top of the PowerPoint, like in the margins. And while that may work for some, personally, it doesn't work for me, which is okay, and I think that finding your best method of note-taking is the only way that you're going to retain all the information that you're trying to study. I'll definitely create a detailed note-taking video later on in the future, but for the purpose of this one, I'm just going to give a brief description of how I take notes. So I usually start with my header, which is microbiology, and I write that in calligraphy, and then I use my ballpoint pen. This one is by Bic, I believe, and I create a drop shadow, and then I only use one color when I'm taking notes. So I usually highlight the subheadings, and sometimes I highlight the definitions of words, and then I also underline. So I either underline important things to remember, or I underline some definitions under a subcategory, if that makes any sense. But it's a pretty basic process, and I think it just helps me stay organized, and it's easy to read. So I think I'm going to post a picture on Instagram of my notes just so you guys can get a closer look at it. I know it's not that easy to see in video, but I'll post a picture on Instagram, and I'll leave my Instagram down below in the description box. Don't forget to follow me and like my pictures. I'd really appreciate it. So here you can see how I start taking my notes. I usually follow along with the PowerPoint, and I use arrows and I use dashes and bullet points. I like to listen to music while I study. I usually play music without words or white noise, and this just helps me focus a little better. Some people don't like music and they like complete silence, which is totally fine. But if you do like music, I'll link my Spotify playlist for the songs I listen to when I study. Some tips I have for studying is 1, get enough sleep. This is something I'm still trying to work on. I have the worst sleeping habits and sleeping schedule. So get enough sleep. This will help you when you are studying. It helps you focus more, helps your brain work more efficiently and effectively. Another tip I have is to stay hydrated. Hydration is really important in all aspects of your life, not just for studying, but when it comes to studying, hydration is important because it's basically food for your brain. It'll definitely help you focus more. If you're a caffeine type of person, I suggest cold water when you're studying, just because that'll help you wake up as opposed to caffeine, which is a drug, but that's just a whole nother story. But just remember to drink a lot of water and supplement your body. Another good tip for studying or bullet journaling, whatever it may be, is to work in a well-lit area. This is good so you won't strain your eyes any more than you already are by reading in a textbook, looking at your laptop, or taking notes. Now, my last tip for studying is to take frequent short breaks. This is so important. I learned the hard way. I used to study hours and hours at a time, and this was proven to be ineffective. I can attest to that. So I suggest studying for at least 30 minutes, take like a 5-minute break, and then study again for 30 minutes and just repeat this process. During your breaks, you can go on your phone, grab a snack, anything to help you keep studying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for studying with me, and I hope you found the tips helpful. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like if you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video.